Hey, what's up everybody, Spabrog here, and I'm here to give you the H-Hour Weekly Community Update number 19. This week, we didn't receive a patch because they're doing bi-weekly patches now, so what that means is that we get a patch every 2 weeks, and if you've been following the last couple videos, you probably kind of know that by now. So, as expected, we didn't get anything this week. We got a nice little quick look showing us what we're gonna get, and yeah, pretty excited for the most part, because they gave us a nice little screenshot of a terrorist and it's a different skin. So I'm gonna get into that in a bit, but first let's go through the weekly quick look real quick and then we'll continue. So they said they're gonna continue working on the armory, and it's gonna be in second pass. So they had first pass armory and now it's second pass. I remember them saying, like, I think 2 weeks ago, that they're gonna have armory inside in the lobby screen while you're waiting for the game to start. So instead of having to go all the way to the options menu and go through that hassle, because nobody wants to do that and, you know, give up their spot in the lobby. So that's a step forward, you know, something that should have been there for the beginning, I guess, but it's there now, hopefully. So hey, can't complain, right? They say there's still work to do, but it's coming along nicely. So I don't know, you know, exactly what they're gonna do, but hopefully we can use that, like, edit appearance. There's like a little tab that you could just click it. They said something about camels last week, so I'm assuming that you could change the pant. Oh, that'll be cool, because they kind of have like some fatigue pants on this terrorist. Right here's a leather jacket. It reminds me of like one of the guys from Fox Hunt from SOCOM too. So I'm gonna change my skin to that for sure, you know, just to give it a little throwback to the old days, right? To continue on though, they're gonna give more workshop tools. So the workshop tools are probably not for us, it's probably for the beta testers. I don't know what that consists of, since obviously I'm not a beta tester for them. So I guess that's good. You know, I guess the more stuff they give to the workshop, the quicker we're gonna get it. So I'm all for it. And now you could character select in the armory, so that goes with like what I said. It's second pass. So in the picture right here, we have the other terrorist. I wonder if that's the only skin, or if it's just that one or two, you know, like the original one we have now with the, you know, straps and looking like straight soldiers. Or I wonder if they're gonna give us the old skin back. Remember the freaking the white robes, looking like little togas? I forgot what they call it. I don't want to insult the culture, but yeah, that would be cool if they just threw that at us too. You know, I'm all for that. Also, we'll have the ability to jump out of some factory windows. So one thing we noticed in the patch when it got released is that in factory you couldn't jump out the windows anymore. It's kind of disappointing. But I guess when they added like the blocking for the collision, that it kind of like took away the jumping, because I guess you were kind of hitting the top of the lining of the windows, and yeah, you were just basically going through them. So before, now you were just like bumping into them with the collision. So I guess I don't know what they did to the windows. They upped it, they lowered it. I don't know what they did, but hopefully we could do that. Also, there was like another what's it called? There was another happening at the dolphin dive. Somebody was dolphin diving and abusing it, and thankfully SOF Studios banned them, as they should, and they are having a fix, and they said they pretty much have it. And even though it's not like groundbreaking or anything, because, you know, it was in the game before and people didn't like it, at the end of the day it is an exploit, because that's not supposed to happen. So basically you'll prone, then you'll get like crouch, and then you start sliding right away, right, without even without having any forward momentum, because you could crawl and then stand and crouch to get up and then move, which is fine, but that takes some time. Now some dude he just kept abusing. He actually had a macro, and what he would do is he would just have the macro there and then get into a gunfight and basically just prone and move at the same time. He's sliding, and that lowers your hitbox, so he could sneak around places where you shouldn't be able to, I guess, and, you know, it lowers your hitbox. So in gunfights, you know, he could do it at will since it's a macro, so that's not cool. Even though it's really easy to do, I'd rather not say how to do it, even though there's a fix coming, but just for the sake of the community, it's pretty easy to do, and apparently he found it by accident. But he's banned, so kudos to SOF for that, because we don't want that around here. We're sick of any cheaters, and you know, that's the main reason the SOCOM series is basically dead. I would still be playing that to this day, you know? Freaking cheaters, Code 9. Even glitches back then were annoying. You could just like, especially back then when you couldn't even like know for sure. You could only assume so much, you know? Unless they killed you like through a wall and your camera just pointed at them. It was really stupid. But yeah. That's pretty much it for the quick look. And it's, yeah, like I said, it's pretty simple. I know I wanted more. I still want those animations. I still think that the guns need a little bit of work, maybe a little damage reduction base wise. I feel like it's a little easy to kill people from up close with certain guns as opposed to other ones. And yeah, the animations would be good. Again, it would be good for things like dive to prone, climbing, knockback on shotguns, because I think shotguns aren't terrible, but they do need some type of knockback animation like they had in SOCOM. So we'll see. You know, I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but those are things we need. I hope we get some news on that soon, but you know, we'll wait till next Monday, see what SOF cooks up. But yeah, wow, we're almost in February. You know, back in August, Tom and SOF Studios, they said they're targeting for the end date for PC to be finished is around February to April. And that was thinking kind of optimistically. I always felt like, yeah, it's not gonna be done in February, because it's a small studio. There's still a lot to do. I mean, it's definitely not as much as before, and it's hard to just rush it. I'd rather not be rushed. I know people want it now. I want it now. Everybody in the community wishes it could happen overnight, but I don't want anything rushed and for it to be terrible. And you know how the SOCOM community is. I didn't play Confrontation, but from what I heard, Confrontation was a mess. And it was like really, really buggy, and it was basically rushed. So, you can't rush perfection. We're here giving feedback, they're listening, it's coming along nicely. And, we want it to be perfect. So I do not want it to that sounds stupid, right? I don't want it to become bad. Pretty redundant, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. So they said February to April. I would like to give it May, early June for all the features to be in, just for the features to be in, and then a little bit of polish later. I think they could keep the $15 price tag. I think a random Steam sale would be good when the game's done. That'll be cool. And once we get our Steam Workshop, I think that'll be good for like a little sale as well. I don't know how the logistics work or how many times you can do a sale. But I see games for 49 cents on Steam, so whatever. But there's still a lot of work to do, and yeah. My thing is people are scared about the money for SOF. I'm like, I don't think the money's a problem, because they've been around this long, and they're planning to finish the game. So, a lot of people have been upset since, it's pretty much a snail's pace, So, with that said, people are like, oh, I'm getting discouraged. I don't know if I should give up on the project. I'm like, there's nothing to give up on. It's not going anywhere. You're not working on it. You could just always come back in a month, come back in 2 months. Just watch the videos. If you don't have to play, I'm pretty transparent with everything I see. I don't really hold anything back. We got to be judgmental, right? Because I know they look at these videos and they pay attention. Because Rosie always messages, posts on Steam. So shout outs to Rosie, hardest working woman in the community. And T-Con. I don't want to get shot. Let me bring that back. But to continue on, I have some really cool stuff for the community. A lot of people always worry about the numbers, and I'm like, don't worry about the numbers. I actually have some really good data that I'm gonna make a video separate from the weekly community update, and it's gonna show a lot of stuff, and I'll be like, hey guys, don't even worry, we're fine. Community has numbers, they just don't all play at once. So I took the initiative like I usually do with things, and so I set up a community night, like playtime, community night playtimes and days. It's kind of like not in the planning stage, but right now it's kind of like experimental. I do not know what days are going to be consistent, and I kind of know what times because I've been doing a lot of research this past week and just seeing. I've been playing every day for a little bit, or just logging on, seeing who's on, and I'll look at the Discord and then I'll put the times down, things like that. So what I notice is that a lot of the European dudes, right, they come on around 1 p.m., 2 p.m., like U.S. Eastern Standard Time. So I live in New York, so New York time. So that 2 p.m. over here is about 8 p.m. in France, right? So I'm gonna use France as a baseline. So with that said, my thing is that I want everybody to play as much as possible, right? But I also want every region to have its, peak hours. I don't want to just be like American, all that. So what I did is I picked 3 days. So it would be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I separated like this. So for the EU dudes, we start at 8 p.m. I'm going to probably need some feedback from them because I do not know what time is great for them, maybe it's earlier, maybe it's later. Who knows? They got to tell me. I speak Spanish, so if you speak Spanish and you're from Europe, I know there's a couple of Spanish dudes that play this. You could tell me what time, and then I could always edit the thread, or I could always give everybody an update. So right now it's 2 p.m. EST, so it's 8 p.m. France time. So I gave them a night time, and then they could play from their 8 p.m. till whenever. So the good thing about that is that's 2 p.m. here in the States. So 2 p.m. in the States, a lot of people do get on. Again, a lot of people who have H-hour or played a lot actually have 9 to 5, so it's very hard to get those guys on. But for like college students, dudes on vacation, dudes who don't have a job, or just new players who want to try stuff, come on at 2 p.m. EST any day you want. That's usually, these hours are picked based on from what I noticed, so you could get on at those times and you'll find people. But the purpose of the community night is that there's a thing in the community where if there's a lobby that's almost full, they'll go to that lobby and they're not willing to wait. So I tell people wait in the lobby, right? And a lot of people do, but when they wait in the lobby, they'll get like 3-4 people, and it's slowly snowballs from what I noticed. But then when it starts snowballing, people are like, I'm gonna back out and see if the other lobby's open, and then it'll be like 14 out of 16, and then they go to that lobby. So this other room is just sitting there, and they're like, they see people leaving, they're like, oh, I'm getting discouraged, I'm leaving. So the purpose of the community night is everybody has to like go in a lobby and just sit there, and I promise you people will come, especially if we come to an understanding that this is the community night and this is how it's gonna play out. So I'm gonna have a link in the description below, linking to the Reddit, and it's gonna have all the information you need. So it'll give you the play times Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Again, that's subject to change depending on community feedback. And to continue on though, so we got the EU dude, so 8 p.m. France time. Okay, 8 p.m. France time. Just wait in the lobby. Everybody's gonna set up, and if you're an American, just come and support them. If you want to play, people are gonna be on, so take advantage, right? So the good thing is that next I put for the nighttime dudes, I put for 6:30 p.m. right? So 6:30 p.m. and that'll go 6:30 p.m. EST. Sorry. So Eastern Standard Time to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is for the after work folks. So these are for the guys who work and then they want to come home, they want to play. A lot of these have girlfriends and stuff. So usually after work, 6:30, give you enough time to eat, shower, whatever you got to do, and you could come a little bit later. So after work, boom, 6:30 to around 10 p.m. or whatever. You could stay on, it doesn't matter. But usually, 4 hours of gaming is kind of stressful, I guess. So 6:30 to 10 p.m. is great I mean, again, you could stay on to however long you want, and it's cool because I kind of said in my post that the 8 p.m. France time, and then they could leave whenever. I said towards midnight because that's when it usually starts to die out over here in the States, so I really don't know how it is over there. And the good thing is that it's going to carry over, so that's going to be 6 p.m. here, so you got 30-minute break, or you could just play a game and then more people come in. So kind of you'll get a lot of carryover players. And for that, for the Americans again, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and all the way to 10 p.m. Or you can stay later, right? So I know there's late night dudes. I know a lot of the Star Clan dudes when they were, when the Star Clan wasn't disbanded. Womp womp, yeah, they disbanded this week. I should have told you that. But a lot of them play at night, so this is for the late night dudes. So 10:30 p.m. EST till 1 a.m. EST, I think, is where it kind of starts dropping off. Dudes got work. It'll probably be better on the weekends. Obviously, weekends people are free, so whatever. But remember, feel free to play at any time. So this is set up so anybody from 2 p.m. EST is on. They have people to play with. So, right now I'm doing it 3 days a week. And it's just to get in a consistent kind of habit that people are playing at this time, so I could get on and play as well, right? No, so one of the, again, I told you the problem is that nobody wants to wait, so I just need everybody to cooperate and just sit in the lobby and just wait. Come and join the Discord. So I would like it if everybody could share the thread, with anybody that comes in. So people, this is our community. I can only do so much, but if you show other people that we're playing at this time, then boom, you're chilling, man. Like, we're gonna have so many people playing, hopefully. I know we have a lot of players. I'm gonna share those stats in the near future, don't worry. But I promise you, if you guys just wait in the lobby, we will have, my goal is just to get something simple right now. In the next 2 weeks, let's try to get at least 2 full lobbies, right? And then we'll move on, baby steps, small community. Even though there's a lot of SOCOM players, you'd be surprised about how many people do not know about H-Hour from the community that I'm from. So trust me, and they're all played SOCOM. They're like, H-Hour, what is that? You're like, what? Watch the videos. But yeah, again, everything's subject to change. And yeah, don't forget to share the post as well as the Discord channel. Everybody that comes in, give them the Discord channel. So it's kind of like a community effort. I'm trying my best to make it work. It's not that we don't have the player base. It's just that people are kind of disconnected from each other, But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys liked the video today. If you did, leave a like and a sub. Also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MrSpab, MRSPAB. You can follow me on Twitch as well. I stream H-Hour, twitch.tv/spab_rog. Follow SOF Studios as well. Go to the forums. Go to the Reddit, reddit.com/r/H-Hour. Come support. Come join our Discord. I have a Discord post there. And if you want to join the PS4 community group, you can search me up on as Spabrog with no space on PS4. And I have an H-Hour community group there. I kind of want to start building that up. I kind of forgot about it a little bit. But there's I think we've reached 95 or probably 100. I want to say 95 though, from what I remember. I'm hoping 100. So those are people and just in general. So if you want to join that, you search my name, then communities, boom, just click it right there. But yeah, guys, thanks for everything. Catch you next week. Peace.